Morning Fenlanders, how are we doing? I'm Daniel, welcome to Fenlander Family Adventures. And we're back on the planting game today. Hopefully we have a better day than we did Friday. Let's try that again, Fenlanders. How are we doing? I'm Daniel, welcome to Fenlander Farming Adventures. Run out of battery just now, so this is a continuation from Friday when we spent all day broken down. We managed to do a few rounds of planting for my good friend John, and yeah, left me tractor and planter here. John and Matthew are good friends of mine, so I'd like to think my tractor was safe over here. Hang on. Yeah, so I knew my tractor had a fault with it somewhere along the line, and I just didn't know where until I got to John's. And now I know. Tractor's all dusty now. But we got it fixed. Thanks to Rob for coming over and Ben Burgess for sorting me the parts out. But we had to have the wheel off, and then we had to change the park lock sensor. So done all that, and we got up and running for about an hour. And then I was like, right, John, I've had enough. I'll leave you to it. And me and Mrs. Farmer went out on the boat Saturday. I went shooting Saturday morning. Done real well. Shot better than I thought I would. We got 338 out of 500 between me, Nick, Michael and Andy. We managed to beat Grumpy Grandad, Sophie, Martin, my cousin, and Tony, good friends of ours that we all shoot with and stuff. So managed to beat them. They got 294, I think. So we were bragging rights. We got the bragging rights. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed. There was one stand where we had to sit down in like a pigeon hide, and Michael kind of stood up when you weren't supposed to. So we got docked his points for that. So Michael, you're not invited next year if you're watching. But no, it was good fun. I think Michael was just sat on his leg. He got one leg straight so he could get his carriages, and one leg underneath him, so it looked like he was sat up higher. So that was good. And then me and Mrs. Farmer, which you'll now insert some photos of how much fun we had this weekend. We went out on the boat to meet my friend James. He was in Ely, paddling around, which was great. We went and met up with him and had quite a lot of beer. And then yesterday we took the boat out on our own with some friends and had even more fun. Simon and Courtney and Bailey, who you all know, comes and helps on the channel. Had a whale of a time yesterday. Martin from Series Machinery, he came and I would say he floated, but we couldn't find a float big enough for him. So yeah, he enjoyed his day. I think nice chilled out day for him. I know he's having some ups and downs at the minute, so hopefully that cleared his mind off things, and he's back into selling grain pushers and mould drainers. I think the mould drainers must be selling well this year. Yeah, after all that rain we've had, people's land is still soaking wet. The boys over here, Lord Barnett and Matthew, they're I think Matthew said they're still bunging up the declodder. I think it's still wet underneath. It's just clagging their de-stoner up. So I know they're still having a few issues, but hopefully we'll get this 45 acre field planted today. And that just leaves John one field to plant, because I know he's going away for his anniversary at the weekend, going to the beach somewhere, I'm guessing. Well, I had my weekend off last weekend, and I'm happy about that. I'm not guilty about not being here helping him planting at all. So let's see if we can get on planting. I think we're planting Cara. Is what John's got in the hopper at the minute. So we'll just run down here. I probably should have rung him to see where he was at, but I think he wants me to change over back onto Babylon and go from there. So we shall see. I mean, John's got the planter set at 9.7 inches, which probably works out about 14 inches on the ground maybe. So we'll see. I'll you know what, I still forgot my tape measure. I don't know what them pair had done with that. They did have a tape measure somewhere. I'll get stuck into this planter and get them set up how they really need to be, you know. So yeah, it's different land completely down here. John can space his spuds out a lot further than I can, and yeah, the bed tiller is going, I can see. John's moving boxes around, empty boxes, full boxes. We will just get out and check our wheel nuts and make sure they're okay, because we had the wheel off obviously, but Rob done them up, and Rob's a big unit. Rob done them up with a big bar. They should be okay, I should think. So we'll see what John's up to. Go and say hello. The Lord himself. We call him Lord Barnett. Nice loader though. This is his old one. Nice loader with a door missing. Lord Barnett! You alright? Yes. You're not finished yet? Yeah, I got the camera out. You should know you got to be on camera at some point. 9 o'clock. No, you told me 9 o'clock. No, no. Living the dream, John, I think. What are we planting, John? Are we planting Cara? Or these Babylon?
Babylon, then Cara.
Right, okay. So they're Babylon in there now?
Yeah.
And what are you aiming to plant them at?
Got your thing at 9.5 inches, so that should be 14, shouldn't it?
Okay, cool. You got your tape measure? Where's that gone?
I reckon Matthew's still running a big tractor, but...
What, back at the yard?
I've got 12 inches.
Yeah, giggity goo. That's what all the girls say. Yep, wheel nuts all good. Ting ting. What's John putting these in? Like a pro?
What?
Like a pro? I do love it, John, yeah. So you can actually get a whole bag in there if you want it. If you've got some left in there, you can still get a whole bag in it. I've had about 1.5 tons in it most of the time. Right, let's get on, Fenlanders. Yeah, John is on some funky old stuff here. Look at that. Look. You know what my soil is like. And John, this stuff looks real cloddy, but it never is, you know. When he comes to harvest it, it's no problem with clod at all. It's very odd. But you can see his issue. Look, he's got black down the other end of the field. John's planter, John's got a standard big boy, if anyone's ever used one of them. Good planter in their day, I think, but they have no depth control. So where he's on this heavier white stuff, I guess it's like clay, isn't it? Where he's on this heavy stuff, the planter's lifted right out, and where he's on the black stuff, which is now coming, it will sink in a bit, so he'll end up with potatoes at that depth and then potatoes at that depth, you know. So it's what he likes about this planter, I think, you know. Then Matthew's out here with his bed tiller, which is nice. At least John's ready for me. At least they're where they want to be. And we'll see how John's had the planter set up, shall we? There's Matthew, look, going up and down. He'll be on the phone for much longer. I'm probably eating food, I should think. Right, and I've just made a boob there. Right, I've got to, where have I got to go in? I've got to try not to hit that and try and get in there. Right, we can manage it. We can manage it. We're in. We're out hitting the back of the planter on a telegraph pole and having EDF energy out. La, 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 la. Right, we're in. First end. Put our shear down, leave that alone all day. Let's see what we got then. Let's see what's what. John's just going to keep running the loader around. I think his dad's going to come over in a little while and try and help out where he can. Just drive the loader for me and just keep filling me up with boxes, really. So yeah, John's got the planter working well. We're averaging, he got it set at 9.7 on the 7.5k. Don't really need to go much faster than that. 9.4, 10.1, 10.1 again. So yeah, long old day. That was a bucket. Where John's been through his beds with a lot of machines, you know, they start to get all skew-whiffed and not really as straight as you would expect them to, but all good. 9.4. You can stick my averages down to that. But yeah, hopefully Kaz inserted a load of photos of us paddling around on the river, and yeah, it was such good fun, such good fun. Now we're into the black end of the field. Look, what a difference, what a difference. This hardly needs any bed tilling at all, but the other end is horrendous. So right, we'll get on planting and I'll see you guys in a minute. Yeah, John's happy there. We just had a little dig and they're roughly around 14 inches, and these are the smaller Babylons. So yeah, roughly about right. I mean, this is nearly the same sort of stuff as what I'm on. So excuse me, did the eggs for breakfast this morning. Talk about starting the day off right. Oh yeah, 2 cups of tea to get me fired up. I am a little bit sunburned, guys. Look at that, look. I was putting cream on. The mustache is back out again. So if anyone wants to join me in having a mustache for a month, let me know. Yeah, new hats. We got new hats and stuff now. So Mrs. Farmer's going to start putting the new hats and stuff online. So I am well happy with my new truckers caps and my camo caps as well for only farmers. They are awesome. Yeah, so Mrs. Farmer's doing a grand job of all the editing. She's also doing a grand job of getting the clothing out there for sale, so can't ask for more than that, can we? But this, I mean, I'm now on round number 2 and I've got enough here to do 3 rounds at least, so I think John might be worrying a little bit too much, but we'll see. We'll get on. Cheers, guys. Bet you lot never thought you'd see that for a while, did you? There's an irrigator going. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many more can I see in the distance? There's 5 over there. Everyone's out, flat out irrigating now. Look at that, look. Boom's out. We're at the back of G's Fresh, if anyone knows that. So yeah, Charlie and Charles and his dad John and all the other brothers and stuff I haven't met yet. So yeah, they're massive operation they are. Irrigators going. Woohoo! That's what I've got to look forward to this week. We've got all the pump sets pretty much ready to go. Well, 1 pump set ready to go. Just got to get some irrigators ready, lay some pipes out. As soon as I'm done doing this for John, I will get the ridger on and go and pull through my first bed and get that ready to lay pipes out. And then next weekend, if we don't have any rain, forecast of rain tomorrow, so we'll see what we get. Hopefully we have an inch of rain. That would be lovely. I mean, it won't be nice for John, but it will be for me. Yeah, I mean, John wants to get on and get this his field planted, so now we're on small stuff. We'll cover some ground, cover a lot of ground real fast, you know. That big stuff was only doing 2 rounds, so this small stuff should do 3 rounds easy, 3.5 rounds, no worries. Not used to all these hills and high bits in fields, I'll be honest with you. Can he get them all in the planter? Let's see. Come on, John, you got this. He got it. Right, Fenlanders, we're now swapping over onto Cara, I do believe. Oh, my back is hell hurting. I've only got myself to blame for jumping on a giant mushroom at the weekend, so. Are these a bit bigger, John?
Just grab that box.
Oh. Don't know what's that.
How many times have you done that with something on the front?
Yeah.
Well, there's them.
They're pretty uniform shape, aren't they?
But there's like 2 ton on the front of that trailer, what are really small.
Right. Telephone. Yeah, these Cara are being a particularly difficult thing to plant. Look, you can see how wiry the chits and stuff are. They're an inch too long on all of them. So we're just playing around with the sensors on the back to try and get it perfect. Yeah, number 1's playing up now. Number 1's just dumped all of this load in there. Just dumped a whole load of potatoes in the back of the planter, so I'll get out and sort that out. We are getting on okay now. We've got the planter set up. I have to just keep fettling around with the planter a little bit, trying to get the flaps and the sensors and everything right, but it's going okay. We had a slight adjustment. I've upped my screen average. It was on 9.7, so we've gone up to 10 now, and it wasn't too bad. Alright, 9.1, 9.4, 9.6, but working pretty good now. Considering how wiry they all are, they're as wiry as you'll ever get. With all the chits on and stuff, they're all sticking together, and they want to drag each other off the belt, and yeah, just being a pain in the butt. So we'll crack on. John was like, "Oh, space them out a bit. I don't think I'm going to have enough seed." So the story of everyone's life this year, no one's got enough seed. But we'll probably get another round out of that actually. I'll try and get another round out of it. First I done three rounds, and then the second tank full I done another 3 rounds, but I had a few more left in. And then I think this time, this is the 3rd round, and I've still got loads left in there, so I'll go and do another round, get them all used up, because we've only got a few boxes left, I think. What is there? 6 boxes left there, so should be enough to get me nearly across to Matthew, I should think. But Matthew, John, Lord Barnett's dad has come out here now, so where we had George, the 85-year-old, or 87 or whatever he was, working, I've now got a 79-year-old man loading me, and fair play to him. He still happy doing the job. His missus is away at the minute, so she's probably gone. Well, she's probably back by now. But yeah, she went off to do something. And he's like, "Well, I'm bored anyway, so I might as well go farming." Well done, Adrian. Might as well come and help you lot. Yeah. So high-hourred heroes, should we call them? Another high-hourred hero. Who else has got a high-hourred hero on their farm helping out? Someone must have someone that's in their 80s helping them out, still doing a grand job. But yeah, he's happy as Larry's sat in the load and they're waiting for me to get them another round in, fit my boxes in, and off we go again. I'm going to put the drone up in a second, I think, and Matthew decided me to do it on the bed tiller. So he's only got like, oops, excuse me, little single bed tiller going on. But man, they have to put some horsepower into this soil. Where I can go in with my basilier and do it once and plant it, they've been through with a jumbo ridger and then a basilier and then a declodder and then another basilier and then a half basilier, a single bed basilier, and John's even been over some of it putting his nemathorin on with another basilier. So they have to put some horsepower through this to get a seed bed, but it grows good spuds, so I think it's worth doing. So they probably don't suffer with the weed problems that I do on that clay stuff up there. Just imagine you just put the potatoes in the ground and they grow. Give them a little water and it stays moist underneath probably. Right, a little update on how the farming's going. Oh yeah. New hats and stuff out on Fenlander clothing website, I hope. So get yourself over there and go and buy yourself a hat or a hoodie. Can't thank you all enough. Cheers guys.